Everybody, so it's Friday morning and I'm out, hunting, and it's kind of gloomy outside. It looks like it might rain. I don't know. Initially went to the sale that listed Nintendo with games. Now I hate it when they do that because you can never tell. And he listed his number, but he never responded. So I hit it up anyways, thinking, all right, I'll get there, see what it is. It was a Wii with like girl games. Man, I wish they would just put Wii, and then I wouldn't even bother showing up. So this was a first sale that the lady had something. That sale that way. She said she had a Wii, which, whatever. She brought it out, and she wanted a lot for the Wii system, but she only wanted like $3 a game. So for $8, just because it's a more solid number, I got 3 games. I got Mario Strikers Charged, Mario Super Sluggers, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii. So, not bad. It was the only Mario games that she had. I'm just gonna trade them into GameStop because I kind of want to get that Mortal Kombat X for PS4, so let's do that. But yeah, I'm driving around right now.
Turn left onto Acacia Avenue.
That's where I'm at, so... but yeah, if I find anything else, I mean, I'm sure there's more sales around here. People don't care about the weather, especially in California. That's why I'm out all the time finding stuff. But yeah, when I find something else, I'll let you guys know. But if on the chance I don't find anything else today, everything will be from tomorrow. So yeah, see you guys then. Sure enough, on my way home, I see a big sign that says yard sale, and it's actually a community sale. So I'm going through, and I don't think anybody's been asking in here. People have just been buying stuff that's been sitting out. So I asked this guy if he had any stuff, and he said he had a Super Nintendo, and he brings out these 2 games because he wanted to keep the Super Nintendo, but I'm happy with these 2 for $2. I got Family Dog and Super R-Type. I've never heard of Family Dog, so I gotta check that one out, but I know Super R-Type is awesome. Freaking sweet. So $2, I mean, can't beat that at all. Super stoked on that, and there's still a bunch of sales in here, so cross my fingers I find that big epic lot. Let's see. Oh man, so there's a sale back there. A buddy of mine tipped me off, texted or called me and told me he just stopped at a sale and saw a Sega Genesis with a bunch of games. He said there was a PS2 there with like 100 games or something, but they sold that by the time I got here. But he told me about it, and I texted him. I was like, was everything still there? So I get there, and they said, yeah, we have the Sega, but we want, so much for it. They wanted $80 for a Sega Genesis. Well, it was a Sega Genesis 3. I paid $80 for everything here. So there's a bag full of games. I got a Sega Genesis 3 and a Sega Nomad. I can't believe I found this in the wild. I mean, these things sell for like 60, 70 bucks by themselves. And it works. So I'm stoked right now. I can't believe I just found that. $80 for everything. And there's some good stuff in here. I mean, there's one 32X game in here that sells for around that much by itself. Knuckles Chaotix. So, and he didn't even have a 32X. And this one's better condition than my copy. So this was score of the day right here. Couldn't pass it up. $80. I offered him $80 for everything. And he was like, yeah, because at first he wasn't sure about selling the Nomad, and just told him, I'll give you guys $80 for everything, and they took it. So I'm stoked right now. I'm about to call my buddy and tell him what I found and tell him how much appreciated I am about it. So yeah, this was a good day. So tomorrow I'm gonna hit up a community sale, and hopefully the good streak continues. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Friday morning, or Saturday morning, that sale right there. They're supposed to have Nintendo games, but he sold them last night. $2 each, freaking sucks. I got this stack of PS2 and one Xbox 360, pretty good stuff right there. $15, not bad at all. I ran into a couple of other collectors that are in here, so now I know I got my work cut out for me. So here's a sale right here. Let's get something good. See you guys in a bit. Another little score right here. I walk up and ask for games, and they said they have a little Sega handheld, and I was like, no way am I gonna find another Nomad. But it was a Game Gear, one game, but Sonic 2 what it came with. But I've never seen that little screen thing in the front, so that was a pretty good score right there. So let's see if I can find anything else. I'm really hoping for something Nintendo. I mean, A lot of people that I keep hitting up, they keep saying that they sold it last year or the last time they had a sale. So we'll see. Let you guys know. And the sale back there for $7. I got an Xbox 360 with 3 controllers, complete cables, everything. They said it might have the red ring, but they never tried it. That's what whoever they got it from said. So $7. I'm just gonna trade it into GameStop. Get more than $7. So yeah, about to stop at another one. Let's see. Score of the day. You probably can't see this sale back there, but NES games. We got Punch Out, Super Dodgeball. $8. Amazing deal. That was a score of the day, and I had to help the lady find them in her garage. So super. It wasn't like a typical sale that you would even think that would have stuff, but you ask at every single one. So about to stop at another one, see if I get lucky number 2. I still got something from the sale, but I wish she had the whole thing. For $6, I got this. It's just the box, empty box, no styrofoam, but still, I mean, that's the hardest one to find. I wish she had everything. She says she's got it, and it's just somewhere. Oh, and the Madden got this stuff, Bakugan. Got a whole bunch of Bakugan figures and the cards and all that, so pretty good. But man, I got her number. Better thing to do than give her mine. And I'm gonna call her this week, so hopefully she finds the rest of it. And you know, it'll be sweet. I mean, if not, all I need to do is find the styrofoam and get Rob, because I got, you know, Nintendos to put in there. And yeah, that'll be sweet. So go from there. See you guys in a bit. Over to jackpot. First, show you Madden's. He got Legos for free. And then for me, I got this big giant bin. It's full of GameCube, PS2, I think there's Xbox 360 games, all like mint condition. There's a Wavebird in there, no receiver. N64 controller, some cables, $5 for the whole thing. $5. Mario Party 6 is in there. Pokemon Coliseum is in there. So, some good stuff. Yeah, hold on, I'm about to hit another sale. Be right back. Alright guys, so it's probably going to be one of my last scores, but I got what I wanted. I hit a Super Nintendo score, so here's the Super Nintendo in this bag right here. It's yellowed, it's got, you know, little things here and there, but still not too bad. I paid $40, and the best game in there is probably Zelda. We got Zelda, Donkey Kong, there's the sale right there. Zelda, Donkey Kong, Street Fighter, Super Mario World. Those are just the best ones. The rest of it is sports and wrestling, so it's not bad. Alright, I'm about to hit another sale, so let's see. Alright guys, another little score here. Pretty good for $5. I got Star Wars Battlefront on the Xbox, Parasite Eve 2, and Crash Bash on the PS1. Pretty good on there. I think I'm pretty much done for the day. I spent all the money I allotted for yard sales. I got like $10 left that I wanted to spend today, you know. I'm trying not to go crazy, but look at my seat. Pretty good. It's full, so that's all I shoot for. I have another pretty big haul, so if I find anything else, you know, that's cheap, then I'll let you guys know, but if not, I'll get everything together and show you guys what I got. What's up, everybody? So, finally, I got something this weekend that I've been wanting for a while. This weekend was really good. Just finished garage sailing a little while ago, and I did really well. I found something really cool. Wish it was complete, but still, this is really cool. Friday was amazing. Like I said, I finally got something I've been wanting in my collection for a while. So yeah, let's jump into Friday. So initially, I went out to San Jacinto, California, like Hemet area, over there. There was a guy who listed Nintendo with games. So a lot of the times I'll try to find a sale that looks really good, and I'll base my search off of that one sale, you know, and then you know kind of check and see how many sales are in the area, and that area was pretty good. So I went out there. It was sucky. It was a Wii with a bunch of like girls games. So I didn't end up getting anything. He wanted a lot of money for his stuff.
So I passed on that. So the next sale, I walk up, ask this lady if she got anything. She says she has a Wii. I was like, okay, well, you have games with it? And she said, yeah. So she brought out the games, and I only picked out 3 of the games. I got them for, I forgot what I paid for them. Like $5, I think. What? Yeah. Yeah, $5. I think 2, 2, and 1. So for $5, I got Mario Strikers Charged, Mario Super Sluggers, and new Super Mario Bros. Wii. I'm probably just gonna I am just gonna trade these all into GameStop. So next, I was hitting a pretty dry spell. I wasn't finding anything. And I come into a sale, and right out on a table, she's got a bunch of Game Boy Advance games. So for $10, not a great deal, but still pretty cool. I didn't have 2 of these. Mario Pinball Land, I didn't have that one, and I didn't have Mario vs. Donkey Kong. And then Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. So pretty cool. Next, I was on my way out of that city when I noticed a big sign that pointed towards a community sale. I went in there, and there was a few places that had games sitting out, but they were high prices and nothing that I really wanted. So there was one sale. I asked this kid, and if he's got any video games. He said, "Yeah, I have a Super Nintendo. I don't want to sell it." And I was like, "Well, would there be any games that you're not playing right now that you'd be interested in selling?" He's like, "Oh yeah, for sure." So he goes inside and he brings out these 2 games. So for $2, really good deal, and 2 games I didn't have in my collection. Family Dog, which I've never heard of, and then Super R-Type. That one is pretty cool to find. $2, can't go wrong there. Okay, so at this point, I'm on the freeway, almost back in Riverside, and I get a call from my buddy, and he tells me I was just at this sale. He's like, "Would you be interested in a Sega 3?" And I said, I mean, yeah, do they have games with it? And he's like, "Yeah, there's like about 10 games." And I was like, "Okay, sweet." He was going to text me a picture. Well, I ended up getting kind of close, and I just texted him. I was like, "Hey, do you know if that stuff is still there?" And he was like, "Yeah, my mom just checked. Yeah, it's still there." So I was like, "Cool. Do you know, an address of where I could, get close?" So he sent me an address to get me over in that area. And I get there, and I guess they had a PS2 with like 100 games or something like that. He was telling me too that there was a bunch of Dragon Ball Z games, so there might have been Budokai Tenkaichi 3, but whatever. So they said they just sold it. Well, I asked them, "Did you have anything else?" And they pull out the Sega stuff, and they were like, "Yeah, we have the Sega, the little one, and then also we have a handheld Sega." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So off the bat, I was kind of thinking, a Game Gear. And then they're like, "Yeah, it's a little Sega Nomad." And I was like, in my head, I was like, "Oh, man." I was like, "Okay, well, yeah, I'd check it out." And he's like, "Yeah." The kid was like, "Yeah, but I'm not sure if I want to sell the Nomad because I kind of play it." So I was like, "Okay, well, let me just check out what you have, and then we can go from there." So he brings it out, and it's all together. So we've got the Genesis 3, and then the prized possession, the Nomad. I can't believe I found one of these in the wild. These things are so hard to find, and it works great too. I was playing Beavis and Butthead on it for a little while, and then I go through the games and stuff. The way it was is he was wanting to get something for like newer systems, so we were talking back and forth, and I was able to get all this stuff for $80, which is a great deal because the Nomad itself goes for close to that. So I was stoked on that. So there was a lot of games too. These are the loose ones. He didn't even have a Game Gear, but he had Joe Montana Football for the Game Gear. And then Mortal Kombat 2. James Buster Douglas Boxing. Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition. Battleship. Out of This World. Mortal Kombat 3. NBA Action 95 and Zero Tolerance. And then the complete games, we've got Sonic 2. This one looked pretty cool. Techno Clash. Streets of Rage, the Sega Classic edition. Techno Cop. Some stuff I haven't heard of here. Earthworm Jim, that's a good one. Another good one right here. Beavis and Butthead. It's cool, this one had like the big poster on the inside too. So Aladdin. And then Mortal Kombat. And then just random 32X games. He didn't even have a 32X. He didn't even know what these were. But some good ones in here. We've got Doom, Virtual Racing Deluxe, and then the best one in here, this game pays for the whole lot, Knuckles Chaotix. And this one is better than my one that I have, so I'm going to be doing an upgrade on that. So $80 on that stuff. That was a phenomenal deal. Okay. So now we move into Saturday. Now this one, I didn't even know this community sale was going on. I go online in the morning when I wake up and I was checking everything out. And I saw one that said video games and it said community sale. And I was like, oh sweet. So then I checked community sale and there were just a bunch of postings for this community sale. And this one is one of the good ones. So I went there and I probably hit like 10, 15 sales before I found anything. But finally the sale that listed games opened up and he had a bunch of NES games in the picture. But he didn't list NES games. Well, I guess he had sold them the night before or something for $2 each. And there were some good games in there. But he did have some PS2 and Xbox games. So for $15, I got Naughty Bear for the Xbox 360. And then the PS2, I got EverQuest Online Adventures. Evergrace. Phantasy Star Universe. Way of the Samurai. And Project Eden. So those are alright to start out the day. Next, another one asked if they had games, and at first they said no, and then the lady was like, well, I do have a little Sega handheld. And I got kind of excited for a second, thinking, dang, man, am I going to find another Nomad? Well, she brings it out, and it was a Game Gear, but still pretty cool. We got the Game Gear with this screen, this magnifying screen on the front, and it came with Sonic 2. $8 on that, so not a bad deal. Okay, next we've got 3 PS3 games. Just, you know, another asking if they got games, and the kid comes out with just PS3 stuff. So I pick out these 3 games: Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Day 0 Edition. So pretty cool. $10. Just gonna trade them into GameStop. Okay, next, walk up, ask if they have games, and at first they say no. I didn't even notice this sitting on the ground. And I go to like walk away and I see it, and it's Xbox 360, the white one. It came with 3 controllers, a hard drive, and all the cables. They said that it might not work, but they're not sure. They never tested it, but I got it for $7. So I'm just gonna trade all that in. It's it's gonna be good. So $7, can't go wrong there. Okay, next sale. Another one. This one didn't seem like she would have anything. It was an older lady. Asked her if she's got games, and she said, she's like, yeah, we have the big ones, the old ones, you know. They're in a box over here somewhere. And she's like, let me see. And then she's looking around. She's like, oh, they're right over there in that box. Could you grab that one? So I went over. I pull off the lid and stack of games. So for what did I get these for? I think I got these for $8 as well. $8. We've got baseball, ice hockey, 10-yard fight. A lot of black box games here. Pro wrestling, Excite Bike, Captain Skyhawk, and then the best 2 of the lot. This one's kind of hard to find. Super Dodgeball, and another copy of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. So I love getting this game. This is easy trade bait. You know, pretty good to have that one. So $8, that was an amazing deal. Okay, next one. Asked if they had games, and they were like, "Oh, we just sold some." And the guy's like, "Don't worry, brother, I got you." And he comes out, Xbox 360 games, but whatever. You know, just trade. I'm gonna trade in one of them and keep one of them, but for $5, Afro Samurai and Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. So pretty good. Okay, this one is pretty good. Now I got the lady's number, and I'm gonna call her, during the middle of the week to see if maybe she found the rest of it. She said she has all of it, but I couldn't leave there without anything. So I asked her about games, and she's got a packed garage, exactly what you want to see when you ask about old stuff. And she points. She says, "Yeah, I have some stuff in here, but I don't know where it's at." And then she's like, "I got this stuff like this," and she points to the box, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Where are you pointing at?" And she's like, "Up there, the Nintendo." And I was like, "Oh," and I look at it, and I see the box, and I see it says deluxe set, and I'm like, "Oh my, she's got the deluxe set." So I ended up just getting the box. It didn't have nothing in it, no styrofoam, no nothing, but $6 for the box. I didn't want to leave it there, just in case she ends up not wanting to answer the phone or whatnot. I have something at least, and this is one of the harder ones to find. So I'm, definitely, if it ends up where she doesn't find anything else or have anything or can't find the styrofoam, then I'm definitely in the market for the styrofoam for the box, and then all I need is Rob the Robot complete. So, and then I'll have the deluxe set. So anybody out there who happens to have the styrofoam, just send me a message or send me an email. It's in my about description. So definitely looking for that, because this is one of the ones that I've really wanted for a long time, but I wasn't gonna pay the crazy prices it's going for. I wanted to find it in the wild, so I'm one step closer right there. I mean, this is actually the part that matters the most, this and the styrofoam. So, but yeah, $6 on that. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that she's got the rest of it. Okay, now this one was pretty cool. These people had set up, and they were just giving stuff away for free. So I walk up and I ask, did you happen to have any video games? And at first the lady was like, "Well, I do, but I don't want to sell them. They're my son's." And then I guess must have been her other son, but he comes out, and she asked him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, there's some stuff right here." And then there's a big crate, this big giant crate full of stuff. So we start going through it, and there's some pretty good stuff in here. There was one N64 game. WWF Warzone. So I asked, if he had any more, and that's when we started looking around for more. So I ended up finding another box with just some random stuff in it. There was a N64 controller, a Wavebird for a GameCube, N64 Power Pack, and a Game Boy Advance SP Power Pack, and then one random Game Boy game, Crazy Castle 3, and then this little microphone for the GameCube. And then the games, okay, we got some disc-only stuff here. We got Twisted Metal Black for the PS2, Shrek Extra Large for the GameCube, Turok for the Xbox 360, Time Shift for the Xbox 360, and then these ones are all Xbox 360. We got Frontlines, Fuel of War. I'm just going to trade all this stuff in. The Godfather 2, Condemned Criminal Origins, Indiana Jones and Kung Fu Panda Double Pack, and then Shaun White Snowboarding. And then got a bunch of PS2 games in here. Got a movie too, that was a bonus. Jaws the movie. So PS2, we've got The Warriors, Mercenaries 2, Jaws Unleashed. That's a good one right here. Area 51, Mercenaries Playground of Destruction, NBA Live 2004, SOCOM Combined Assault, NCAA 06 Football, Splinter Cell, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Peter Jackson's King Kong, God of War 2, Guitar Hero, Mace Griffin Bounty Hunter, GameCube games in here as well. These are the last of the PS2. Cabela's Deer Hunt, Jet Li Rise to Honor, Need for Speed Underground 2, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, SOCOM, Civil War, Star Wars, Lego Star Wars 2, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Duel Masters. And then the GameCube games. This was the awesome part. We've got Shadow the Hedgehog, 007 Agent Under Fire, Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, Enter the Matrix, Lord of the Rings Return of the King, The Haunted Mansion, Lord of the Rings The Two Towers, From Russia with Love 007, Resident Evil 4, Need for Speed Underground 2, and then the best two games and one that I've been looking for, Pokemon Coliseum, and then Mario Party 6. So what's cool is I have the cardboard outer box to this, and that microphone came in this bundle, so that was cool. So all this stuff, $5. It was freaking sweet. I mean, they were just gonna give it to me for free, but you know, I just asked them, you know, what do you want for it? I said $5. So I was cool with that. $5 was good with me. And definitely cool because I've been looking for that Mario Party 6 for a while. And Mario Parties are kind of hard to find on GameCube, so. Okay, that was probably one of the biggest scores of the day. Okay, so next, this one I was stoked about because I really wanted to find a Super Nintendo bundle. So sure enough, I go up and I ask if they have games, and the lady was like, well, my husband's got a system that doesn't work. And I was like, oh, okay, well, it depends on which one it is, but I might be interested in it. And I was thinking, you know, maybe it was a Nintendo or something. It was an Xbox 360. So I ended up passing on that. Actually, they couldn't even find it, actually. I probably would have bought it just to trade it in because GameStop takes the red ring of death. Xboxes. So I asked, you know, do you happen to have anything else? He's like, well, I have a Super Nintendo, but I don't know if I want to sell it. So he brings it out, and well, he brought out just the games first. So I look at the games, and I was like, well, would you take $40 for everything? And he was like, yeah, I'll do that. So brings out the system. It's a little yellow, but it's not so bad. Super Nintendo came with 2 controllers, one good one right there, and then actually it looks like it's just a sticker, yeah, and then one with like this weird sticker on it. Came with the cables and everything, and then quite a bunch of games. We got Game Genie complete in the box. This one is better than my box copy, so I'll be upgrading that. And then a random NES cleaning kit. He said he had an NES, but it was at his mom's house. And then quite a few sports games, but there's some good games in there. We've got NBA Jam, NFL Quarterback Club, Street Fighter 2, NBA Live 95, WWF Royal Rumble, WWF Super WrestleMania, NHL 95, WWF Raw, and we've got Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, and the best one of the lot, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. So pretty good for $40, and I really wanted a Super Nintendo lot, so. Okay, last score of the day. This stuff was sitting out. I asked if they had anything else, but they said just what they had out. So they had an Xbox, a bunch of Xbox games, some PS2, and PS1 games. So the PS1 games I got was Crash Bash. Didn't have that one. And this one was a really nice find. Parasite Eve 2. And these were sitting out on the table, and this was sitting on the top. And it was late in the, it was like almost 11 o'clock, or a little after 11. So surprised that was still sitting there, and it's complete. And then for the Xbox, Star Wars Battlefront. So I paid $5 for those 3 games. That was a really good deal. I think that is everything. So this was a good weekend. You know, I thought it was going to be kind of hard to follow up last weekend, but this was really good. I mean, I got a lot of good stuff. And the Nomad, I mean, crap, dude. Finding 2 weekends in a row some really hard Sega consoles to find. So I'm stoked about that. I'm super happy to have a Nomad. I mean, it's just fun to play. You know, I can take it in, you know, anywhere in the house. I don't have to set up in the TV. I mean, I could set up on the TV too. That's the one thing that's cool about the Nomad. You can use it as a home console. So definitely, this is definitely staying in the collection. But that is everything. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Pretty good weekend. I'm gonna hit up the swap meet tomorrow. I don't know which one. The San Bernardino one is supposedly closed for some event that they're gonna have. So either I'm gonna go to Rubidoux or I'm gonna try to go somewhere else. We'll see. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you guys next time.